Good evening, everybody. Welcome. This is Dr. Rao coming to you in the evening of this Tuesday. So, so I've been doing some work on the technology, the SEOs and all that. That was fun. Just trying to reach more people, and people are working on the back end, and watching them and understanding how the technology is reaching in so many ways was fascinating. They spend more time on the technology to use it rather than the content that should be really transforming people. But either way, it is fascinating to see the evolution of the new technology, especially the AI. It's going to uh, is replacing a lot of workers in the Hollywood, I believe, the actors and the writers for the first time together, and they were showing us all the consequences of that. So I was saddened to see so many actors and so many people are uh, uh, not even able to make a living that will be eligible for them to claim for the health benefits. I believe the pay is so low, whereas the top executives are taking a lot of money and really not allowing these people to come up to the wages where they can have health insurances. That's one of the things I found even before. But now it is much more acute with all this technology doing a lot of work for them, right? Um, that is the trend, maybe, but this trend of not really taking care of the people that are working and making the money and then living in the trenches, that is the inequality of the pay, which is getting worse every day, right? Like we were talking about the other day, only six people controlled 50% of the wealth in the world, which is really unbelievable, Uh, but what it reminded me was when you are really focusing on healthcare systems to provide care for you, when you can prevent a lot of things by yourself, by your lifestyles. You may think it's the same old song I'm singing, but look at the relevance. Look at the almost like a blackmailing of systems. It's really it's a very difficult thing to uh, survive if you don't have minimum wages, and then also your health is waiting to strike you at any time, and also once you have that, you don't have the means to get back to normal. That's awful. So that's why I really think we should be focusing on this health system, which is not really promoting the health, which is not really helping people to be healthy for a long time, and also be in a good health to be able to fight all the epidemics and all the stresses that are coming in the modern society, right? So that is something I always saw as a Achilles heel in the healthcare. So actors not able to get minimum wages or minimum level of income that will qualify for the health are really a double whammy. Okay, so they are not able to get the money to survive and to sustain themselves, and also they are not able to get the health insurance in case they get sick. They can go and get themselves treated. That's why everybody in their own little way can look at their healthy ways that they can adopt, and then really free of the dependence on this healthcare system is very important. R&D will be better improved in the medical field because of the AI. We may have more breakthroughs to help the individual to monitor his own health and also get minimum help that he needs. That's a very good possibility that is there. The technology is coming there like that. Hi, Joyce. So I was listening to this big pharma company this morning. I don't remember which company it was, but he came on CNBC and he was talking about how AI is going to help the R&D much better in the health systems. That's a very good thing. But what I am inviting people to do is to follow up on the technology developments, follow up on the breakthroughs that they will be coming on to help you monitor your health better and to help you provide the preventive measures much more easily in remote areas also. You can use telehealth, for example, to get more diagnosed much faster. We were doing it in from 2008. We just used the simple things, my own video camera and Skype. With that, we were able to send photographs of mold that is getting worse from remote corners of Iowa to university, and was able to consult dermatologists and then got the diagnosis and got it biopsied and all that. Kind of saved a lot of lives that way. So be aware of what is breaking through the AI technology as far as the healthcare is concerned and adopt them. That's also possibly a very excited thing for people who are oriented to wellness and prevention and health maintenance. This inequality of wealth is going to get worse. It's better to embrace these technologies to be uh, able to do other things other than just the age-old old technological based industries, right? Like this strike we are talking about, the actors and writers in Hollywood, they are trying to employ themselves outside the film industry because they are not able to compete with the AI, for example. So I was very saddened to see that those guys are not even making enough money to be eligible for healthcare insurance, and their top brass are making 78,000 per day. Whereas these guys are not even making a minimum to qualify for health insurance. So that report was also very, very concerning for me. But still reinforces what I've been talking about. Take health into your hands. Be health conscious. Be preventive. Be health maintenance. Understand all the technological breakthroughs that are happening to early diagnosis, better diagnosis, and better delivery of the drugs, and probably biopharmacology will be better with the nanotechnology coming up. All those things we need to be aware of it. At the same time, try to be simple and closer to the nature. That is what the body mind wants usually. So simple things, grow the vegetables organically, grow the food organically, make sure the waters are not polluted, and make sure that you are really taking the rest and sleep, and you are calming your mind instead of succumbing to this. That kind of things I'm talking about. So this morning's news and then this evening's news both prompted me to do this. Hi, Haziel. Okay. So it all depends upon how we are going to go into the future. Hi, Haziel. How are you? Hello. I don't think I can hear her at all. Hi, how are you? So these kind of things really make me really realize how. Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? Yeah. How are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm in USA. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. So, as we are talking about the preventive medicine and maintenance of health, um, we could focus on simple things like what I encountered in the clubhouse rooms today. Uh, People were having a lot of glitches of the clubhouse, and they were kicked out, or they were not able to really get in the things, right? So they were getting irritated, and they soon after number of people reported they were having headache. So that means they're anticipating to be, having the free flow of the technology. But when the technology goes out, we are so conditioned to it, we react to it, right? So examining yourself, are you really conditioned such a way that you have to detoxify yourself? That means, has it become a toxic addiction for you habitually? So this should be like a tool and your natural life where you are joyous, where you are happy, where you are enjoying your work relations and your creativity. But you are having a neurotic habit of getting on these devices and then talking about them. And when that is interrupted, you kind of get irritated so much that you will have stress hormones coming into your system and then doing. Are you aware of that? The fact it is happening is not your fault, but then your reaction, are you aware of it? Is there a way not to react to that? You know, um, Technology can work very well, but some of the times they can go down too. Then what is happening with you? Are you aware of that? That's what I was bringing notice to them. I told them, I was talking to a couple of them today, and they are my good friends. But they both told me that. Then I asked them, are you thinking that thinking is everything, or are you aware of your thinking? Are you able to watch it? You know, and that is a very simple thing that you can do daily basis. From awareness, you kind of speak actually, and then you are aware of your own thoughts. So bring that awareness to the front where you are always in the present, and you are having thoughts responsibly, occasionally, or according to your work. Okay, not thinking so many things outside the realm of that activity that you are engaged in, right? So that's very, very important to do that. So I invited them to be aware of their own thinking, and then they were able to uh, really stop a little bit and then come to that point where they say, yeah, I could really see that I am thinking, I'm aware of the thinking, I'm aware of the irritation. The moment they went back from by thinking a little bit, they were aware of that all this. They were able to perceive less headache and less pain too. So don't let these reactions go to you all the time. That's what happens with a lot of people. They kind of get really, um, worried about these simple things, and then they become a headache for them. I invited you terminology, but then I will do that again. Let's see. This is the glitch that's happening. I inverted him twice, but still it's not going through. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. We have inverted you, but it's not working, it looks like. Oh. So something happening with the clubhouse. It is not allowing people to come up, with that kind of. So these simple things, putting your awareness in front of your thinking and feelings and reactions, and really calming down, being silent between the talks, and then really coming from the natural silence rather than continuous thinking, which is a habit that we have developed, and that is accentuated by the excessive information and too many disruptions. It's like a structured disruptions, right? Continuously notifications and multitasking, all this. That is not good for you in that sense. If you are irritated by that, that will lead to this kind of stressful condition within you. It's a milieu, lot of chemicals, lot of things with your thought as the seed. What it produces as a seed, it can grow into a plant or a big tree accordingly how long you have been thinking about it, how long you have been really allowing the thinking to be repetitive, cyclical, continuous, and from thought to thought, and then you do it from morning till night. Then you are exhausted, and then you just go to bed, and you get up in the morning. Again, you are going into that. So that kind of slavery to the thought mechanism can be observed, arrested, and stopped too. So if you start to do it in the morning, few minutes of calmness, don't think anything, just be calm. And then just before you go to bed, if you do that, it will do wonders for you. Try that, and then it will be wonderful. That's what I do. I calm myself as much as possible. I only think when thinking is needed. That is what conscious thought. Think on the job that you are doing, be in flow while you are doing it, and be aware of the extraneous thoughts of the job are coming to you. This particular simple awareness technique will help you to think what is appropriate, and then not to continue to think about it after the job done. Okay, you may want to reflect if it is not going well, but if it is all done, everything is there, then you don't have to think about it. It's not that difficult. Okay, be consciously thinking. That's what I'm talking about. That will definitely help a lot of people, because everybody is inundated with information, overthinking, too much information, negative information, and repeated information, constant disrupting information. All these things are modern um, products of this information age. So, in as much as it is good to communicate, to get more things out of the technology, how we react to that with our minds is in our hands. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, hopefully that is a good tip for you, and you can employ that. Let me see, wisdom app, there are so many people here. If anybody wants to come up, 8 people there. Gazala Khan, I think I know her, I've talked to her before. Roy, Marciana, Taylor Made, and Sam, and Cindy Allen. Okay, if you want to come up, you are more than welcome. Otherwise, I'll be uh, closing this room in a few minutes. And then I think I left a couple of tips there. One is to be aware of the new technology, embracing it, learning it, and using it to prevent things and to monitor your health better. And second thing is how you want to deal with this technology with the onslaught of information and not making your mind go on overthinking and working too hard. Okay, that's something that can be done. And so in your nature you can be tranquil, and when you want to do active, you will do according to what is needed. That inner tranquility, outward activity is very, very good. Okay, with that, I hope we have contributed some couple of tips only for you, and I'll see you again tomorrow at 6 p.m. And tomorrow, yeah, 6, I won't be here probably because I started a new house in Clubhouse. It is called SG. JS. Okay, that's a Sivagnana Jiva Seva. That means you are going to work through the self that is divine in you, and looking at the divine, the other person also, you're going to serve that divine personality that you look in front of you. And that's a service spirit, and that's a very deep spiritual and philosophical significance, and it needed its own exploration. People don't have to convert into any religion, or people don't have to convert into any particular national or things or anything like that. It's like a going to explore human life. We're going to explore human purpose. We're going to explore what is this Sivagnan Jiva Seva mean, how that can be brought in society to improve our relationships and improve um, our think somebody came today. So we will look into all those things, and then we'll go very slowly. In this room is going to be done once a week, and these rooms also going to be shifted to a few times a week rather than every day. And we will do the best we can with this. Okay. All right. Then I will see you again tomorrow. And up until then, be kind, be well, and be joy. Okay. Bye bye.